As we welcome the one who's also written for Business Standard, Outlook Money, let's welcome Amit Trivedi with a good round of cheer.
Good morning. So good to see you all in person in a room, because last couple of years I'm used to be talking to that green dot on my laptop, and believe me, it's no fun. Seeing humans in person has its own charm. Thank you, Prem. I think this is a fantastic opportunity, and thanks all of you. You come in so many numbers. Now I've got 15 minutes time to talk about 10 things. Do the math. Okay. So let's straight away jump to the first point. 10 things to have great client engagement. The beginning is the why of engagement. And I'll break that why into two parts. Why engagement is required and why of that engagement. So why are you doing that engagement? Why is required? Of course, as Prem loves to say, and that's what the brief was. He started with this: out of sight is out of mind. I'm not seeing anything new in this. This is known to almost everybody. So this is out of sight is out of mind. And in order to maintain that relationship, the engagement becomes mandatory, because what is not mentioned on this slide, out of sight, out of mind, may lead to out of business. And that's the why of engagement. But at the same time, any engagement program that you undertake, decide the why of that specific engagement program or that specific relationship. Start with the agenda. What do you want to achieve out of that relationship? Is it about only strengthening the bonding? Is it about, Pratik was mentioning about the customer acquisition cost and the lifetime value. In our business, that lifetime value actually matters a lot, because for an MFD, trail income comes over a life of an investment. And to that extent, that lifetime value matters a lot. So in most cases, that should be the objective. But at the same time, the other objectives could be getting referrals from that person. And this is something beautifully one of the mutual fund distributors had told me long back, that we've got two types of clients. One is high net worth individual, and the other is high net worth individuals. And we work with both, and they help us grow. Beautifully said. So that could be an agenda. Or the agenda of a particular engagement could be to get testimonials. Whatever the agenda, decide that why. Once the why is decided, the preparation becomes very easy. In the words of Blaise Pascal, he had said, fortune favors the prepared mind. He did not say the fortune favors the brave. He said fortune favors the prepared mind. If you are ready, then when the opportunity arrives, you can capture it far more profitably and far more easily. What are the preparations? Number one, and this is not getting the Aadhaar card and address proof. KYC, knowing your customer, is knowing the customer's preferences, likes, dislikes, where does the customer socialize, details of the family members, whatever you can gather. You may not be able to gather everything in the first go, but build it up over a period of time. Achha, by the way, is Vinayak Sapre here? No, Vinayak, I can't see Vinayak. Because Vinayak has a beautiful word for this. He doesn't call it KYC. I love that, the legal term. Vinayak calls it making the fact sheet of a client. You've seen fund fact sheets? Vinayak makes client fact sheets. Keep populating, keep adding on to more details about the client. But once you've that, that's a superior presentation, superior preparation. Then comes the next point, which is what is your value? What is the value that you are adding? What is the value proposition of your business? And then marrying the two becomes very important. Your value and what the customer requires. And of course, the third is your toolkit. Various armors that you may need for various purposes. It could be the stories that you want to share. It could be the product brochures or presentations that you want to share, or you simply want to ensure that there is that discipline engagement. I'm coming to discipline engagement sometime later, but that also could be part of our toolkit. Remember, at any point in time, the thicker the relationship, the longer it survives. And that's where deepening the relationship is again broken up into three parts. Number one, respect time. Be on time, deliver on time, and get out on time. Okay. Respecting somebody's time is also, it means if I have 10 minutes, I will take 10 minutes, not 11. That is pretty important. One good thing that has happened in this virtual world is we are reaching for meetings on time. Okay. Earlier, we had that excuse. Today, we can't say I was stuck in internet traffic. Okay. We are on time for the meeting. Let's replicate this in physical world also. That's a great trait. And of course, this says it all. Read a lot. Okay, I'm not referring to WhatsApp messages. Read a lot. It could be books, blogs. You may watch videos. You may listen to some people, attend seminars like this, conferences like this, but gather that knowledge, become worldly wise. And once you are that, then the value add that you can do can significantly grow. Of course, there's a selfish interest. I'm an author, so I'll always urge people to read more. Thank you so much. And well, in the virtual world, I don't know how to put this across, but be with the clients is the point. Be with the prospects is what I mean, because they are the only people who have got the authority to sign that check. Nobody else can sign the check other than your prospects and clients. Spend as much time with them as possible. This was the poster that one of my friends had put in on his desk. He was in an AMC sales team. So it put this, presence in office is absence from sales. Spend more time in the office and then don't worry about sales targets. Anyway, nothing will happen. Some of the tools translate in certain forms purely because we understand the human side of our business. And just raise your hand, how many of you have any client who is not a human? Anybody dealing with robots? No, you don't. Right? What do humans need? Robots need instructions, codes. What do humans need? You tell a client that you have to invest into this mutual fund scheme. What will happen? He'll immediately sign the form, right? It doesn't happen that way. There are emotions involved. There is resistance. There is inertia. There is a lot of cajoling involved. Empathize. Understand that clients have mood swings. Understand that they go through the emotional upheavals. And also understand that we also go through the same emotional upheavals. And that's where I've quoted this wonderful book by Patrick Lencioni, Getting Naked. Though the language is American, so I am not getting into that, but it's all about opening up, showing your vulnerability, showing your limitations in front of the client. Let the client know, I am not a God's gift to mankind. I am as human as you are. I have also been through this problem. I also struggle with the similar problems as you struggle. Somebody said beautifully, one of the coaches, business coaches, he said, I can advise you not because I know more than you. I can advise you because I have made more mistakes than you. Right? Show that human side. And of course, Humans love stories. Keep your storybook handy. Jargons, numbers, tables, charts are fine. But the two presentations that I just saw, Pratik's and Ravi's, both of them were so seamlessly and beautifully connecting facts with their storylines. The way they were presenting was the human side of presentation. Oh, this secret is not a secret actually. All of us are born with this. And what is that we are born with? We are born with 2 ears and 1 mouth. And this one mouth does 2 works, speaking and eating, but the ears, okay, now ears do a lot of other works like holding the mask, and I'm not referring to that. But 2 ears to listen, 1 mouth to speak. Let's maintain the ratio. Let's respect that ratio that nature has prescribed. Speak less, listen more. Listening more would help us in KYC process, knowing more about the customers. If I go and speak, the client will know a lot about me, but that's not the purpose. One of the fantastic tools of conversation is ask questions. Keep asking. Appear as if you not understood. Present it that way. Can you elaborate on this? You said this, but have I understood it correctly? People who are not even opening up would want to answer that question, and the monosyllable answers like yes and no would eventually turn into longer conversations, and slowly and gradually, even the most introverts start opening up when they see that you are genuinely interested in knowing, and that's why you are asking this question. What if you are genuinely not interested? Yeah, I mean, it's so easy to say, no, be genuinely interested in your client's life. Very easy to say, very difficult to practice, right? Become selfish. Very simple. Because if you know about your clients, you're going to get business. If you get business, you will earn money. If you earn money, good for you. Become selfish. It all ties back. But what do you ask? Of course, ask questions to understand their needs, but at the same time, don't forget to ask for business. Don't forget to ask for referrals. And that's a must. While listening is an art, speaking is also equally important. There's this WhatsApp media forward which keeps doing rounds. I'm only responsible for what I say, not for what you understand. It's a wonderful social media forward, but a pathetic way of engaging with your clients. If I'm interested in investing in the relationship, it is my responsibility to reduce the chances of misunderstanding. I have to speak that language. If I make a mistake there and start speaking something that the client may or may not understand, or if there is room for misinterpretation of that information, it is my responsibility, because then I'm only sowing the seeds of distrust somewhere. Watch your words. So long as possible, don't leave room for misunderstanding. But at the same time, also ensure that you are not scaring your clients too much. A lot of times we have used greed as an emotional hook to get business. A lot of times we have used fear for the same purpose. Be very careful. Don't overdo either of the two. We get so many opportunities to engage with our clients, and this could be personal, this could be product related, this could be markets related. Let's say today, when Mr. Putin does something, it's an opportunity to put up a small note and send out to the clients. That can be done. If you think that makes sense to you, if you think that's in line with your business proposition, if you think this is what your clients want to listen to. Now, those conditions are very important. What we do versus what is more important. So that's where I'm saying. But while newsletters and portfolio reviews, etc., sound a communication going from you to the client, it actually is all about customizing, an opportunity to customize this communication in line with what the client should listen or get. Client meetings and this are great opportunities because that's very customized. Yeah. Many of us have got some fantastic friends for many, many years. And why do they remain your friends? Because you remain in touch. If that relationship requires nurturing friends, clients also require that. And once the clients become your friends, then of course I don't have to elaborate on that. This is just a sample plan that I've put. Event-based communication I've put as and when, but even without that, and assuming that it's a family of 4, so that's why 4 birthdays and 1 wedding anniversary, this adds up to 48 opportunities to interact in a systematic and calendarized manner. You can actually put all these things on your calendar so that you get reminders. But make it personal. Make it personal. It should not appear like many companies send, I'm an investor in many mutual fund schemes, and the AMCs send wishes on the birthdays because they already captured the birthday in KYC. What's the birthday wish? Dear investor, happy birthday. Hello, I have a name. You captured that name also. Please wish me as dear Amit, happy birthday. Somebody tried to do that, and I have investments in the name of my proprietorship. So I get a mail on my birthday, dear Karmayog, happy birthday. KYC. Yeah, so customize it as much as possible, as long as possible, and finally, as I said, put it on calendar. A lot of those people have said, so are you trying to say that I become a slave of the calendar? No, it's the other way around. Make the calendar your slave. Use the calendar the way you want. Calendar's job is to remind you. You're not becoming the slave of the calendar, but if it is there on the calendar, your life becomes much more organized and you are able to deliver on time whatever you want to do. With that, let's simply look at, is there something called too much engagement, too much communication? Often there is, especially the loan companies and credit card companies and real estate companies when they communicate. Sir, we have a new project, new product, new proposition. Are you interested? That becomes too much. Not in your client engagement. Remember a few words. And I actually forgot to mention 2 more. But if there is quality communication, if it is useful to the customer, if it is short, and if there is honesty in it, there's nothing called too much communication. Add 2 more words, gravity and levity. Gravity means it should be worth it. Understand the seriousness of the communication or the relationship. And levity is keep it light. So while you have gravity, but don't make it burdensome for the client. And then there is nothing called too much communication. When all of us are here, and simply being here with so many, we feel so good. That's the power of human-to-human connection. Utilize it as much as possible. This is just the summary of those 10 items. I thought, let me just put it that way. So if somebody wants to click a photograph, it remains with you. If you don't want to click a photograph, perfectly fine. I'm standing here. You can click my photograph. That's also fine. Thank you so much.